now, but you just gonna be in one spot. That's exactly the same what we're gonna do. I just gonna improve over. I don't wanna do another thing outside that. And I'm gonna do just C scale. I don't gonna play like outside. No, I'm gonna do melodies. This is just C scale. What I am doing in there, I am just doing melodies, just thinking in the moment, combinations, never gonna be the same. Like a chromatic thing in there, and it's like you should limit yourself with that.
Mic check. Mic check, mic check.
Think what you wanna play and sing it. That's so.
That's exactly right. Who said that? Who said dabadoo dabadoo? Rex. You're absolutely correct about that, Rex. That's in fact exactly what he said. Thank you for tuning in on this fine Monday, folks. Chilling in the lab again. And we're welcoming our folks here. We're a little early, okay? We're a little early. I'm feeling like this melody, to be quite honest with you. I'm feeling a little crazy. Headache type thing. I'm trying not to complain about it, but we're here. It's going to be a good show. We're going to take it easy, go through our links here. You know, crazy, just feeling like a little nuts here in the head, okay? Like headache. So let me be honest. So I got a bit of a, we're just going to go through my links, okay? Easy peasy. I don't know why I'm pretending like we haven't been doing that for the past few weeks. But we got some stuff to get into. Random things, okay? I can't really think. Let's just go through my links and see what I was thinking. I can't even think straight. I'm feeling like this melody. But I thought, let's not do the show. Let's not do we could do this. We could like do our thing here. So welcome everybody. I do appreciate it on a fine Monday. Welcoming all my people on rumble.com/American Anchor Baby. All my people on punchy.tv/Anchor Baby. We're welcoming you here in a moment. Servers are going on. Take it easy, Nick. Drink some H2O. I think it's a vascular thing. I don't know what it is. I was getting some headaches some time ago. And I don't know what to say. But I'm taking care of myself now. I have some ideas too what it is. And I have made changes in my life. The Flying Niche Show, thank you. Who are you, Francisco? Everybody here joining us. We're opening up the lines. That's 844-900-2229.
You are connected as the host.
You hear her. Thank you. In fact, I got calls coming in. 844-900-2229. Callers, you're hearing me now. You're hearing me now. You're on hold. And we'll get to you. 844-900-2229. Oh, hung up. Another one coming in. We'll get to calls. Nick has COVID? I don't think so. But as we are welcoming all of our people here, let's turn this off. Bada bing. Let's run through my links here because I know I had good stuff. I know Past Me was looking through stuff and was like, that's great, that's interesting. We're currently blocked off from Past Me. We're going to find him in my links. We're going to do that together. I know I had some stuff here. Like, for example, let me not get ahead of myself. Hold on. We're gonna be getting to the super chats and all that too. Buymeacoffee.com/anchorbaby. Give Nick some horse. Oh, I thought you meant like horse fentanyl. What's horse fentanyl? Definitely don't want to touch that. Sounds like an insta death. Welcome. An absolute pleasure. So, I mean, let me get situated here, because I'm looking at what passed me, like what I was collecting here, and I'm like, wow, what a diverse selection of things. What a diverse selection of things here. Folks, they're fixing Norwood. They're having poop festivals. Women are attacking a fella for just wearing a Nazi Halloween costume. Is he acting? Is he asking for? Is he like? Is that necessarily based? I don't know about that, but you should see the video. Ivermectin is what I thought you said. Yeah. I don't know if either will help me. Horse fentanyl or ivermectin. I doubt either will help, but thank you. Shout out Frank. Thank you for that. That's why ugly dudes play instruments. Is that a response, Golden Rule TV? Hey, Cloud Bops, I do appreciate you donating towards the BBL fund. And, you know, we couldn't quite give it that fanfare, the correct fanfare. You know? Should we be talking about BBLs on the JLP show? I mean, look, it might even come up. It might not even be a bad topic, but James Hake is reading the super chats, man. You know, he runs that, and it was his discretion, okay? He dared not say, he said BB, but he dared not say what happens to those Brazilian booties. But thank you for that super chat, Cloud Bops. You know, I don't know how much of that will go to the fund, but in spirit, we appreciate it. Respect. Remember, Chad, it's just a career move. Okay, if the ladies can do it, why can't I? It's for the truth. It's to spread Jesse's message. Okay, you are eye catching it at first, and then you're like, wow, this guy's. I want to learn. I want to hear more about what he's saying. Anyways, I think I've organized myself here a little bit. And since I mentioned it, do you guys see this? Halloween's coming up. You guys think the BBL will look weird? You think so, really? This is the first time hearing that. I mean, you guys gotta be, we're like locked in. You should have said that already. So check it out. Did you see this? Halloween's coming up Friday. Interestingly enough, it actually falls this Friday. That's fun. This Friday will be Halloween. That should be fun. And some people, I guess, are what? Wait, actually, why are they out there? Is this an old video? I don't think it's an old video. Because they're talking about it now. And so it's a video that's been going around of this guy in a not like a full-on Nazi costume. It's like Halloween, I guess. Some kind of Halloween celebration.
Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out!
Swearing, by the way.
Don't touch him!
He's got the red armband.
Don't touch me! Get the fuck out! Don't touch him!
Effing Nazi? Are they putting hands on him though? Like, wait. Yo, everyone's tripping.
Yo, are you in my accounting class?
Bro, you in my accounting class, bro?
What up, bro? What's good?
No way, you see this Nazi?
This guy. This is terrible.
What was he? Oh, they pushed him there. See? What was that? Hey, he pushes and puts hands on him.
Is this serious?
Girls and I guess this guy are pretty violent. What did he do wrong? Look at what he's wearing, Cloud.
No.
And then the video kind of ends here. But not before. What was that? Was that a punch? We're gonna need to back that up, enhance, slow it down. Engaging the amazing slowdowner. What do we got here? Whoa, is that a glass? He's got like what? That looks like one of those big hefty beer mugs. You know what I'm talking about? The glass ones. Is he spraying her or is he? Bow.
No.
But why?
Is this serious?
Did she put hands on him? What is happening? Okay. She he seems to be getting pulled here maybe. I don't know what happened to cause this. But it may have turned into a physical altercation. Now, did it have to go down like this? Did it really have to go down like this? They could be like yelling maybe. Like, why? Why are you wearing that? I wanna. Well, it's kind of lame. It's not even that funny, bro. Okay, whatever. And it seemed like the ladies are quite quick to put hands, by the way. Touch you, put their hands on you. I'm just a little girl. Why are you threatened? They'll say that to officers. You seen that stuff? Now I watch film, so you may not be familiar with the attitude, the general attitude, right, of these so-called dainty women, right? Never, ever underestimate a victim. Okay, never think that they're little tulip. Victims are terrorists, just like so-called perpetrators and all that. You know, especially after some time. You know, especially once removed from a specific situation that so-called victimizes you. The moment you keep holding on to that, you're like this terrorist. You're like just as bad. You're like a snake, snaring people in with your, I'm just a victim. But look, that's how it goes. You'll see them with officers. Be like, why are you threatened, officer? Bah, pushing him. I'm just a little girl. Why are you threatened? Get out of here, dude.
Don't touch him.
We don't know. This doesn't look like she works there. I don't know. Maybe she does. If she worked there, this would be worse, in fact. This would be far worse if she worked there, but I don't think she is. The ladies are quicker for this. Look, whoa. That's a good freeze frame. The face, my face when fascism is literally walking the streets in 2025. My face when literally Hitler is walking past me here. Is this kind of what's the word? What's the word, chat? Incisive. What's incisive? Incisive is like an incision, right? You're making an incision. That's not what I want to say. Inflammatory. You know, like I'm trying to say this guy, did he come here looking to start some ish? Maybe a little bit. I can't support that. I guess I like trolling. I do. I love it, in fact. It's called a little trolling. But I know that's like immature of me. You know, and we can like it, make jokes. Is this a little cringe? You know, I don't really see anything else besides this moment, but I think these people are acting crazy. They're really overreacting. They're putting hands on this guy for something he wore, ladies. You can't do that to people. It's just something he wore. I'm seeing like talk. It's like this is proof. This is like Zoomers going in the right direction. I don't know. I'm just thinking. You see, the Nazi stuff is a big joke. You see, young Republicans. You see, basically the GOP trying to distance from anything like that, anything even close to that. Young Republicans, yeah, I don't know about gassing people. You see, who else? You see, media, GOP, Ben Shapiro, right? We were playing that clip the other day. It's a big old joke. They're not trying to kill you. Okay? And then they're out there getting like slapped up. That's what would happen to you. You see? And you should maybe know that. That's what would happen to you in America. Like, wow, fascism is in the streets, folks. Fascism is truly here. No, you'd get slapped up. Women, beta males running up to the women saying, yeah, why? Why are you wearing that? They're just mad because he has the best costume. I'll tell you this. It's snazzy looking. And it's just, calm down. It's just, obviously, it's just because I think of a man named Hugo Boss. Somewhere down the line, he's getting some stolen valor of looking cool, looking sweet because of well-designed clothing. Okay, and maybe this is not even that. This is maybe just I don't know how authentic this is. Look at this. I don't know how authentic. Like if I get the impression he might be the kind of guy that maybe wanted to be authentic. I don't know why, because this doesn't necessarily look. What's that story? Spirit Halloween. You know, those pop up. They got these cheap costumes. Oh look, I'd search up Spirit Halloween. The first one suggested to me. Oh. Okay. True say. I think I'll get spit and slapped on too if I wear this. Shout out the Jews. I love the Jews. I love Jewish people and the things that. Hey, maybe not. I'm kind of overreacting. I'm overreacting with the Jews there. I'll get slapped up if I wear this these days. Suddenly, I'm now sounding like Ben Shapiro. Just a moment ago, I was defending the young Republicans. How quick. The views expressed on my stream are just things, okay? They're not necessarily things I think or Bond or Jesse. Spirit Halloween, these cheap costumes. I don't think that's what this is. I think he put some time into that. It's just what I gather. You know what I'm talking about, right? Is it Spirit Halloween? They got those. What is that fabric, folks? What is that fabric they put on those costumes? It's terrible. Get you one of those. I don't know. I think that buckle, that belt buckle might be illegal. You know what I mean? It makes me think of this.
This is a Nazi SS. This is an interesting controversial thing. This is a Nazi SS belt buckle pistol. Really cool mechanism. We have this cover which conceals.
That'd be funny if that was just edited right there. This is an interesting controversial thing. Nazi belt buckle. Really cool.
Thing. This is a
just end it right there.
SS belt buckle.
Don't do that, by the way. Don't go out and do that. You know how crazy the world is. They'll cancel this guy over someone else editing something out of a joke.
Pistol. Really cool mechanism.
Really cool.
We have this cover which conceals a 4-barrel mechanism, 4 triggers. And when you want to use it, what you do is grab this tab down here, this tab up here, screw over barrels, and we have 4 firing pins, 4 striker springs, and 4 release triggers. When you want to fire, you just press in.
Do you see the barrel right there? So it shoots outwards. The little barrel's there, it goes out this way. Pretty snazzy. Looks like a last resort type thing. But it was just something I had saved there. I was thinking about a number of things about this guy. The way they're overreacting. I don't know if I'd go around doing it. Remember, jokes like comedy. I'm not saying you have to do it well. You're allowed to go out and maybe make an arse of yourself wearing the wrong costume. It's just not hitting. It's not taken. Or maybe it's not about other people. It's like it's only funny to me. Fine, but just in the spirit of the conversation, so to speak, comedy and all that. It's, how do I put it? There's like, it's an art, I guess. You could be crude with it, I guess, but if it's not that funny, it's not that funny. It's a viral video though. Leave that guy alone. 844-900-2229. I want to get to my calls here. Very nice. And let me just think here for a moment. A little bit slow in thinking today, because I almost remember this kind of segueing into something. The Halloween Nazi. The Halloween Nazi. What was it? Yeah, I think we can talk about kind of a number of things I collected here, and we'll get into that right after this call. But essentially, the thinking is now, they're having these fake tears over this Nazi costume. But remember, it's also a bigger thing about policing speech and who gets their speech policed, right? It's like young people, sure, but it's like young conservative men, like white men. Like those are the ones who are really, they call them groypers. They're not always Fuentes heads and all that. And then shout out to Fuentes. Don't be like Team Fuentes, like Hake says. I love how he says that. But he's a cool guy. Like think for yourself. Well, look, enough of that. But those are they really are the point I was making. Those they really are censored, and they're not always saying the smartest things, but they shouldn't be. They're not. I don't think they want to kill people. I don't think they want to gas people. They have anger, sure, like any other people, but they're censored, right? And so I think this segues into all these tears we're seeing over these people. I'm going to show you a number of examples. The moment they'll show you tears, it'll be some Guatemalan woman crying, some little brown child crying. It's like brown tears, women's tears. Oh, let's just let go of society. My bad. I didn't realize you were going to show me a crying woman on the news. Let's just rip up all rules. We'll get into some of that. Appreciate the patience, folks. Let's get to some calls. 844-900-2229. I think I got somebody from Ohio. Let me know if I got you right. And what's your name?
Man, what do you do? It's Art, BB.
What's up, Art?
Nick.
Is this my first time speaking to you?
This is Art from Ohio, man.
Art, can you hear me, by the way?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Have you called my show recently? I heard you on the Hake Report. I can't remember if you called me recently.
Nah, I haven't called since got back on Hake Show. First time I been back on Hake Show was about 2 weeks ago. I haven't called you yet. I've been meaning to get with you.
Well, right on, Art. Nice to hear from you, man.
Always nice to hear from you, my brother, and whatnot, man. I've been, I ain't called in, but I've been making sure that I've been catching up with you, sitting in the back, with my twiddling my little fingers, trying to keep my mouth shut, But
well, thanks for tuning in, man.
I already know. I appreciate you for your service for this our greater country, America, or whatnot. You know what I mean? I really appreciate you. You standing with the right. For sure, man. I greatly appreciate you. And there's a lot of other Americans that appreciate you too, or whatnot, for sure.
Right on, man.
But two topics I wanted to talk about. First topic is I want to talk about the Kamala Harris in the election, and then I want to go back and talk about the gambling with the NBA. So my first thing with the Kamala thing is that Hillary Clinton lost or whatnot. That was supposed to be the first woman, which is a white lady. So they come back, the Democrats come back and try to put Kamala in, which is, we don't know what her nationality is. So my question is to these liberal females and the liberal gays who vote blue no matter who, y'all clearly ain't got no common sense No, we know y'all don't got no integrity, no character, no camaraderie, and you definitely don't got none of them three. For the simple fact, y'all got to be crazy if y'all think that they was gonna install the first colored anything before they put a white woman in office. Y'all should have knew Kamala Harris was about to lose from the jump street. They ain't about to, and you know how jealous the Democrats is. Anyways, y'all didn't vote for to get Hillary Clinton in. You thought they was gonna about to let y'all put Kamala in over the white lady. Y'all tripping, man. Tripping. Super stupid, man. That lets you know everything you need to know about that side. You can't talk to them. You can't explain nothing to them. For them to even think that was going to even be possible. And truth be told, when they even did that, they basically turned. That was one of the beginning of the liberals turning on each other. That's why you see what you see going on right now with the gays and the females fighting each other. All of them. They all fighting each other, which I predicted on Hate Show. Yes, I sure did. The liberals is fighting the liberals.
Yeah, you know, you mentioning, I don't know if I've ever heard that. The white woman would not allow such a thing to happen. And at first, hearing you say that, I didn't really have much thought on, like, I'm examining America as far as I could see. I'm like, I'm not seeing, I can't say yes or no. Interesting. And then you're telling me about.
Hold up, Nick. You wouldn't see it like that. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna see it.
Yeah, I don't think I could.
You gotta. I'm sorry. Say it again, brother.
Yeah, I don't think I have the view. I was saying.
Yeah, I mean.
So I was just listening.
I mean, go ahead. I'm listening.
All I was gonna say after that. Yeah. We're talking against each other here. You go ahead.
Okay, well, just think about this, man. You got to remember that the white liberal was the one that came and got the black female out the house and basically turned her against her husband and broke her in the civil rights movement. They the one that basically the black dudes got their right to vote. So the white liberal female came to the black female and was like, well, hold up, if you come out with us, then we can get female rights to vote. So basically the white woman is the one that even pulled the black female out the house to even turn on her man, the black man, and the black family or whatnot. So you mean to tell me y'all think that the white woman really was the leader of the liberals, and you thought that they was gonna let a black liberal be in front of the white, and when a white female liberal is the one who basically brought y'all out the house, which is it was messed up anyways. You see where the Democratic and socialism and that party don't win as far as right now, so it all was a backfire anyways. But yeah, they tripping.
When you put it like that, I can believe they had a part to play in that way. I can believe that.
Yeah,
and another way you put
Nancy Pelosi, Hillary Clinton go back all that time too. Nancy Pelosi and Hillary, so they've been around when that generation, so they know all about what I'm saying too. They wasn't about to let no Kamala Harris get in there over no dang on white woman, man. You better lay off the crack pipe.
Not that we'd want the white woman anyways, no. That'd be a travesty as well.
No.
But, though, another way you put it, too, that made me think, I can believe that, too, is describing a rift, essentially, in the Democrats. I gather something, too, like that maybe some are too radical for the older Democrats, maybe like the Bidens, Pelosi you mentioned, but maybe even younger. And then you got, like, AOC, you got the Squad, and there may be some, like, rift there. And then you got, what's this, Governor Kathy Hochul over there in New York. She's, like, backing Mamdani now. She's like,
yeah.
You're describing, I think you're just describing it as, like, this push in the Democratic Party. It's like, is Mamdani, AOC, the brown haters of the America and white people of the future of Democrats? It might be.
So where'd that leave AOC? Now, we know, me and you know where it leave her. I'm just throwing the question out. Everybody know what the answer is. Where'd that leave AOC? If they did that with the colors, as far as with that, would not letting her be in office because it wasn't a white woman. What you think that leave? AOC ain't nothing but really this leftover slop, basically.
And I agree. I'm really adding to what you're saying because consider it's like a tug of war. It's like a tug of war, and I think if I may borrow your framing here, the white women, in a sense, I think they're going to lose this tug of war. They got these radicals, I'll call them radical, whatever, like AOCs, the Squad. You got this Somali out there, Miss Somali out there. They hate America. They're open with it. White liberal lady Governor Kathy Hochul now back in Mamdani. So I'm saying it's like I think you're absolutely correct, and I'm thinking the next step of this is this tug of war. I think they lose.
Oh yeah, they definitely is. They chasing their tail. We already know they fighting the inevitable or whatnot, natural selection or whatnot. But
Well, I
let me
think
go
more
ahead
birth
go ahead and
rates.
listen.
You know, just merely
Huh?
being replaced. I think it's more
Yeah.
like birth rates. More like
Yeah.
so yeah.
So my next thing that I want to talk about was the NBA.
Absolutely.
So I know that you now you might have to clip this one because this is the one that's gonna hurt, boy. I told Hake on his show years ago, boy. I told you. So the gambling thing, they keep saying, "Oh, Trump did this." All Stephen A. Smith, Trump did this and Trump did that. First
did
thing first, man. The mob did that, man. Hey, the mob is gonna tell on the mob, man. Straight up, y'all going basically.
What happened with Stephen
With
A.
this-
Smith? What was he claiming about Trump?
He's saying that Trump is basically going after the NBA or whatnot just because they basically left liberals. Basically, all that stuff they was talking, being anti-America. That's basically what Stephen A. Smith is basically saying, that Trump is going after the gamblers for an NBA. And I'm saying that he's full of shit. Excuse my language. Excuse me for spelling that bad language.
Hey,
So bam,
the kids can't
you like,
spell.
So
Hopefully.
Nick, huh?
Hopefully the kids can't spell yet.
Okay, so bam. So check this out. So Vegas has been struggling to make money or whatnot. Over the last couple months, we've been hearing that Vegas basically been struggling to keep their lights on. So you mean to tell me you thought that the NBA mob and the mob that they was met, because it's two. We talking about two. When I talk about the mob, I'm talking about two different mobs. One is the NBA mob with they little Italian mobsters or whatnot. They little Italian mobsters. Then you have the Vegas mobsters. You see what I'm saying? Them was two different sets. You see what I'm saying? So the NBA players was basically stealing money from Vegas. So you mean to tell me you thought that the Vegas was gonna let y'all steal money from them and do all this illegal gambling, and you thought that they wasn't gonna say nothing? Stephen A. Smith thought they wasn't gonna say nothing. You blaming Trump? No. Trump ain't got nothing to do with this. No, y'all messing with that old Al Capone money when they was moonshine running. That's how they built up Vegas. All that moonshine running and extortion. And you thought they was gonna let that fumble that Vegas bag for a whole bunch of blacks and a whole bunch of sellout white Italian mobsters that trying to destroy Vegas? No, man. That's what's bringing all of this stuff with the NBA and the gambling or whatnot. Vegas is losing money, and y'all ain't about to destroy Vegas. Vegas, big. Yeah, Vegas not about to let y'all destroy Vegas because y'all want to do FanDuel. Y'all want to be scamming in California. Y'all trying to open up casinos in New York. You got them in. It went before all this FanDuel and all this illegal gambling. It was probably 4 places you can go in America besides Vegas and gamble. Man, it's like 100 different places you can go gamble in America right now since they don't legalize gamble, and that's why you've been seeing Vegas. Besides the point they've been running the illegals out of Vegas too, or the illegal aliens out of there. That's why you've been seeing that Vegas has been dead, all this illegal gambling and stuff. So I'll just go to say that you got your Stephen A. Smith. They don't got no common sense or whatnot, man. The mob turned on the mob, and that's where all this is coming from. And they ain't about to keep letting people steal from Vegas, and Vegas ain't no money. It's called cut me in or cut it out.
I haven't heard that, and I think I'm gathering what you're saying now. Yeah, Stephen A. Smith claimed that Trump is going after the NBA, but you're saying this is intra-mafia business. This is one criminal organization to another, and that's why this came out.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
I haven't heard that.
America was basically, I ain't gonna say it was built off of Vegas, but you gotta remember, if you look up your history on with Vegas, how much all that stuff cost to build down to Vegas, and if you thought that they was gonna let Vegas just turn over and die without no fights, you got another thing coming.
Interesting, man.
I mean, if
I'll
you
have to
think
keep
that
my
they
eyes
throwing away
peeled now
money
with
like
this
that,
info.
yeah. Well, go ahead. I'll catch you later. I'll be tuning in with you, and I'll be checking in back with you.
A pleasure, Art. Nice to hear from you, man. Call me again.
You already got it, yes, sir.
844-900-2229. Intradasting. I had not heard that. About it being intra mafiosi activities. Sounds degenerate. It sounds all. Is it true that? So what's the history on that actually? Gambling? And specifically, I guess sports betting initially. Because I know that, like, what? FanDuel, DraftKings. I swear, the big YouTubers, if they're making money, they're promoting they're promoting, like even Drewski, right? What kind of views is Drewski getting lately? Like, he's like big now, right? Like Mr. Beast big? No. Definitely not Mr. Beast big. But I swear, he's got like huge videos, like any YouTuber that's like this many views, and it's all that one. I don't need to advertise it, right? It's all that one. It's all that one sports betting site. It's all that one sports betting site, you know? You feel me? When was sports betting legalized? Is it rigged? Is sports rigged? You guys talk about it being rigged? The fans deserve it to be rigged, idiots. Okay, I don't know exactly what you're thinking, but I love that comment. There's something so manja about sports. Like, let me just manja, like, give me more chips. And look, I'm not trying to be I'm not even going at it from like sports ball. They got you on the sports so that you won't fight the government. Like, maybe I've just heard that. It's not something I say, but for me, it's more like the sport itself. It seems like people, I can't help but, like, for example, I remember getting into soccer and I'd be like kicking everywhere. I'd take the ball with me everywhere. I really wanted to learn juggling. I really wanted to kick the ball right. I really wanted to do that. And then I got my friend, all my coworkers, I'd bring the ball to work. They start kicking with me. They start telling me soccer players. They're watching games. And they're like, Nick, did you see this soccer player said this to this soccer player? And they're going to trade him here. And they're going to I'm like, what? I don't care about any of that. What? That's not what I was into. I don't care about any of that. And they paid him this much to be in this team. And, bro, they're going to get the title, bro. I'm like, just show me the absolute best player. Just show me the absolute best team, the absolute best player. And then kind of like, and I know that's sometimes hard to say. That's why you have a tournament. But the way the vibe is what sports people are into, it doesn't seem like they're into the game. So they'd be easily fooled. They'd be like, yeah, like, I don't know what to say. I guess I'm just rambling about something you don't get. I guess you guys you be into sports, but I see it. I like the sport, the actual game. Like, here's one thing I never understood: having a team. Like, I my buddy, for example, shout out. He's like, Packers. He's like, I'm a Packers guy. I'm just a Packers guy. He's not from Green Bay. He's not from Green Bay Packers. He's from Ontario. He's from Hamilton, Ontario. Shout out. Great guy. He's from Hamilton, Ontario. Shout out the Hammer. And he's like, Green Bay's just my team. I even forget why. It's just my team. It's just my team. I'll always support that team. I just never understood that. If it's not the best, why not? Just show me the best. I want to see the best. I want to see something amazing happen. That's why the Arab soccer leagues are pretty funny. Anything can happen. Usually bad, so it can get boring. So anyways. Oh yeah, we were talking about sports betting and Stephen A. Smith. So I don't know anything about this intra-mafiosi stuff, but yeah, according to the chat Jippities, yes, the legal landscape for sports betting in the U.S. has changed significantly in the recent years, though it's not brand new. 2018 Professional Amateur Sports Protection Act. of 1992, which effectively barred sports betting in most states, was struck down by the Supreme Court of the United States. Okay. After that, individual states got to decide whether to legalize and regulate sports betting. 38 states plus D.C. allow sports betting in some form. Is that like it's about loyalty, knit? Okay, see, that's one thing I can kind of get, but why is my buddy from Hamilton, Ontario, loyal to Green Bay? You know what I mean? Like, maybe feel like you're from there, but even that, it's like, have we not been dealing with the so-called self and the ego? Huh? What are we doing with our lives? Do we just turn off church on Sunday and come back to our identities? Like, yeah, I am from Green. This is who I am. Huh? Is that what we do? You're too quiet, Knit? Test. It's looking red. Maybe I moved away from my mic, I think. But I could kind of get that loyalty. It's just the one I liked first. It's the one my dad liked. It's just, it's just the team I got into with first. I guess thinking out loud here, there's maybe something about seeing how a franchise goes through the years. And it's like, if you've been following it for that long, it's like, yeah, I remember when it was like this, doing great with these team members, and then I remember when it wasn't. Do sports people really think about it that deeply, though? I gather they, I don't know. Sports betting, I don't know. I could never do it with my buddy. He's like, it's a done deal, Nick. It's a sure thing. I just could never do it. Betting. But anyways, let's probably move on here a little bit. So there's a number of related things concerning. I mean, we just got finished with the Halloween Nazi and all that. And I was thinking, just the terrorism of emotion, so to speak, if I may. Emotional terrorism. When they're crying, they're lying. It's time to get over this. It's a common tactic, and it's evil. And it's only there to manipulate you. You understand? Crying brown tears or female tears.
Yes.
So, and when America sees it,
Yes.
I guess the answer must be, well, I guess we'll just let go of all laws. Look at this woman. Hear her plight, America, and end laws and end your rule of law.
Yesterday we lost neighbors that were kidnapped. Yesterday I was in an alley hugging a pregnant woman that is due this week, whose brother was snatched from
Potential anchor baby, quickly.
his truck. These are real people. These are our neighbors. These are the parents of children that comes to our school, that go to school with my baby. These are people that we love, and they are being taken from our communities. I want to stress that in this moment for elected officials, we have a huge responsibility, and we need to be organizing. Yes. We need to be legislating. And we need to be making sure that we're using the resources that we have at our disposal to protect people. Elected officials need to be bringing people together. Elected officials need to be strategizing together. They need to be working with labor. They need to be working with community organizations.
Why?
We need to keep each other safe. We need all
What's she
hands
talking about there?
on deck. We need everybody right now. This is not a moment to hide. This is not a moment.
So she's saying we need activism to organize against ICE. That's what she's saying here? We need resources. we at our disposal to protect people. She's calling for elected officials start strategizing to what? To oppose ICE. That's what she's saying. Just be on the streets and oppose ICE.
Not a moment to hide. This is not a moment to sit down and wait it out. This is a moment to come together and express solidarity and look for all the avenues that we can take in order to keep people safe.
Do everything we can to flout the rule of law, if I may translate, and be in the streets, protest ICE, and not allow people to be deported. Look, I drive past some lady the other day. She has her little stand there, and she's got this sign in front of it. It's like, is she selling like food or something? You know, you see them out here in LA. She's got her food stand there, tucked away beside the Home Depot, and I'm like, it's got a little sign there, and it's something like ICE is taking us or something like that. Something about ICE, and it's terrible. She looked like older too. I'm like, yeah, I mean, look, people, it's like, it's not about wishing negativity on this lady who's been here for 20 years. Nick, what's wrong? You hate those people? No, it's just that that woman's stand with her little sign that said, it's terrible what's happening with ICE, is saying, because of my tears, you must now forget the rule of law, forget that stuff. Forget it all. And you just don't have to do that. You really don't. It's in fact terrorism to do that. So don't feel bad about it. It's total terrorism. And they know the tactics. Let's organize in the streets. Hey, politicians, come on. Get people to strategize so we could just sit in the street and oppose ICE.
This is going to pass. We are going to win. Yes! But right now we have to fight.
They got fervor, huh? You know, I think they have the same strength maybe in the administration. I don't know. It looks like it. Many Americans are now just learning that the entire Democrat political structure is organized around the mass importation of foreign nationals into historic communities by any means in unlimited volume. A lot of people still don't really get that. I think it's like conspiracy. Well, you're just letting the whole world come here? You're just gonna let the whole world come here? They'll think I'm crazy for saying that. But it's essentially an open door.
I want to use this moment to speak to the Muslims of New York City. I want to speak to the memory of my aunt.
Auntie! Sorry.
Who stopped taking the subway after September 11th because she did not feel safe in her hijab. I want to use this moment to speak to the Muslims of New York City.
Oh, man. Is he gonna cry there? Oh, man. Auntie!
I want to speak to the memory of my aunt. Who stopped taking the subway after September 11th.
He had to gulp through that. That Iga had to gulp through that. Through that ish. Is there a phrase for this kind of language I'm using? Pig Latin cussing. Why is that cry worthy? Okay, look, I saw something. Is this true? Allegedly. Mom Donnie's making this up. He said aunt, right? Auntie. So tears. Look at those tears. You're right, Zoran. Let us forego the rule of law. Did any journalist even... This is just X, okay? This is just not on X making claims. They're duking it out. This might be true info, might be not. Trinity here, posting on X. Did any journalist even bother to fact check Zoran Mamdani's teary-eyed claims about an aunt in New York City, or were they too busy, off to this story? Because it looks like Mamdani's North Yorking off to this story, right? Because it looks like Mamdani's only aunt doesn't even wear a hijab and has never lived in New York. Is this true? Masuma Mamdani? That your auntie? I don't see no hijab. She must have taken it off, right? She evolved, grew. She's like, I'm a free woman. Maybe that's what, right? She used to have a hijab, maybe. But also claims that she didn't even live in New York during 9/11. She was in Tanzania from 2001 to 2003, if this is true. I don't know, man. She could have come back, right, and been in the subway and then gotten the racism there, right? Masuma Mamdani, a part-time technical advisor, research scientist at Ifakara Health Institute. Where is that? Ifakara Health in Tanzania. Wait, where the heck is Tanzania? Country in East Africa. Yeah, East Africa, Tanzania, they're real progressive, maybe. Is that progressive? Is this progressive? This lady being a research scientist, the Institute has a strong track record of influencing policy. This is one of those activists. She's just like an activist. We do all this research of science to influence policy. And we just influence policy. Thinking out loud here, whatever. This is her. His auntie. Remember, right, brown tears. Forget all laws. Yeah, you don't have to do it. You're not wishing evil on his auntie or the Mexicana or the little abuelita on the street selling whatever, tacos or something. You're not wishing any of that. Emotional blackmail. What a terrible thing. You got to be quite evil to do that, right? Victims or terrorists. But we got somebody out of Texas. I want to talk to you, man. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Howdy, partner. It's John from Texas.
Howdy. Nice to hear from you, John.
Howdy, partner. That's a interesting thing that happens in Texas.
Welcome, man.
Hey, I've noticed that. Well, actually, let me tell you a little tidbit about Benjamin Franklin, just real fast.
Sure.
You know the experiment with the electric rod, the weather rod?
I remember seeing that in cartoons. Is that true? That really happened?
Well, he wasn't the only person that came to that conclusion.
Oh.
I believe like a fellow peer was doing the research, and he said, "Hey, let me take this over for you, and like I'll take all the rights and I'll take all the research and everything." And he paid him.
So someone did the work. He took the research or whatever. Did he build upon it, continue, or?
Right, he took over the research. He didn't take the research, but he took over it.
Ah.
He went out and got electrocuted.
So that happened.
So he gets some credit for that.
What was the point of the kite and the key and all that? What are you doing, right? Like, what are you doing with that?
I know, that's so interesting, but anyway, toxic aunties, I've been noticing this is like a trend on today's show.
Toxic aunties, yeah?
And, I've been kind of privy to I actually don't, well, I know that, that's you're being geared towards that. If you're watching Hollywood and television and media, then they can't get you to be the go-getter, independent woman, and you still in your mind you think, well, I know we need to get married to preserve society. The next best thing that they can convince you is that you can be a aggressive woman. You see, independent, that's the best, but the next best is aggressive.
You're saying that comes from the influence of these aunties sometimes, toxic female, toxic female, if we'll use that terminology. You're describing like a toxic female upbringing, right? Am I following you there? And the auntie promotes that, either be independent or at the least aggressive. Am I following you there?
I'm basically telling you what you already
I've
know.
seen that too.
The
I've seen that
toxic
too.
aunties are prevalent in society.
In
But
fact,
they're
I remember
also,
growing
like-
up with the Indians in Canada, and I saw that a lot. I saw this like feminist, strong feminist like influences in their families from the mothers. I don't know how to describe it. I think anybody who maybe when it was familiar with what I'm talking about would agree. But I spent with those families. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's like those Indian households had like this strong feminism coming from the auntie, the mom. It was strong, I remember.
Yeah, someone, Jesse, or maybe I'm having a hard time remembering things. But someone has just said recently that, oh gosh, it just slipped my mind. It was Jesse. He said, he just answered something, but dang, I slipped my mind. Anyways, Nick,
A little
if
silence
I
didn't
think
help.
of it, I'm gonna call you back.
Sure. Yeah, I was trying to be silent. Sometimes that helps. Just some pure silence might come back.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say like, I love my toxic like family members. I'm always around them.
You said you're always around them?
Yeah, I'm always hovering around the toxic, family members.
Well, we should love them. But you don't have to be around them. It's a matter of the inner world.
Like I said, I hover around them. I grew up with them.
Totally.
I was raised by them.
I understand you. And we should love them. Right on, John.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Nick. I slipped my mind where my train of thought was.
Nah,
going.
nothing to be
Just
sorry about,
going
man.
so
Tell
full
me.
sp-
Let
full
me
speed.
know when it comes to your mind. Right on, sir.
Have a nice one.
Take care. Yeah. The inner world should be your guide, should be your metric. It's like, should I be around my family or not? Should I talk to my mom or not? Should I talk to my dad or not? Should I be friends with my friend or not? Should I socialize with these people at work or not? Nick, should I listen to this type of music or not? Should I, when someone asks me this type of question, Nick, should I answer them or am I fighting with them? And I can offer some advice. I can offer some word. I can offer some like experience and all that to just speak freely on things that can maybe be confusing. But it's, it's all tempered by knowing that only you can know such things, and you have to be. And that's why I like Jesse, right? He points you back to the inner, because you got to know that. And how are you going to know that? Your metric is like, what is going on inside you? Am I avoiding my mother? Am I not talking to my mom because it bothers me? Like, she bothers me? Like, there's your metric. It's still resentment. Or, my toxic family members, I'm around them a bunch, but I'm totally fine inside. I'm still within. Now, again, like, personally, like, you're like, a peaceful person is just like, they don't need to be around such things. It wouldn't be running from chaos. Personally, it's just, that's how y'all are going to be. I don't have to be there. But yeah, let the inner world be a metric, don't you think? What do you think, chat? Just talking it out with y'all. I forgave, and I'm an independent person. I don't talk to my family anymore. I don't talk to them anymore. They're so annoying. They're always on my business. They're evil. And that's why I had to forgive them. They're evil, and so I just block them everywhere. And maybe you got to do that, but you understand, like, I'm trying to paint a picture a bit. If you're all nasty, if you're internally all mad about it, it's like nothing changed. Your pain. What's Jesse been saying? I'm loving that one. Your pain is if you're in pain, it's because of you. I mean, he's been saying stuff like that, but he's been saying it. He's got a different little phrase there. How's your little phrase? Your pain is like yours. You're in pain. It's your fault. So what the heck is this key business anyways? I think the first time I saw Benjamin Franklin, the kite and the key being depicted was in that show. You guys ever watch this? I remember seeing this young, and I don't know why it stuck. And I didn't even stick that much, but it was like the kids show about like America, like American civics, like not civics, history. You know, Liberty Kids. You ever see this? You ever watch this? Liberty Kids. Benjamin Franklin. I think this is like white nationalist, fascist propaganda now, I think. This is like to some would be like child abuse, white nationalist propaganda. Just like simple American history, Liberty Kids cartoon. Wait, hold up. Is this accurate? No. I really don't know. Low-hanging fruit. It's a joke. I don't remember the music being like this. Did anybody watch Yvonne of the Yukon? Are you joking me? Is that an American thing? That's a Canadian show. How do you guys know Yvonne of the Yukon? More on that in a moment. You're gonna send me off a path here. We're trying to figure out what the heck was this Benjamin Franklin key business, you know? What was the point of that? Why are you putting a key on a kite and putting it up in the sky? Like, why are you doing that? Like, that's crazy. I used to listen to the Israelite ska band. We're just going down rabbit holes here, chat. In 1752, Benjamin Franklin wanted to prove that lightning is a form of electricity. You didn't know that? Just look at it. It goes like bzzz. At the time, people didn't really understand what lightning was. They thought it might be, it has like the symbol. You guys don't know? It goes like, bah, bah, bah. It's like lightning, electricity. They thought it might be something completely different from the electric sparks scientists could make in the laboratories. So Franklin designed a famous experiment. During a thunderstorm, he flew a kite made of silk and attached a metal key to the wet hemp string. The wet string conducted electricity from the storm clouds, while the key acted as a conductor. He held the key by a dry silk ribbon, which insulated him, prevented him from getting shocked. When the storm passed over, he noticed that the key gave off electric sparks, the kind of sparks you'd see from static electricity, which proved that lightning is actually electricity from the sky. This experiment was hugely important because it helped scientists understand the nature of electricity, led Franklin to invent the lightning rod, which protects buildings by safely directing lightning into the ground. Oh, so they already kind of knew what electricity was. In my mind, growing up, and I guess up until now, I don't know, I thought that he harnessed electricity with that or something. Like that was the discovery. Let me put a key into this guy and like, wow. And then he harnessed it somehow. And that was like the discovery of electricity. Okay, I'm ignorant. That's so funny. Yvonne of the Yukon. This was crazy. This was a kid's show, right? Why was he so vulgar and crass? Is it because he's French? It was a kid's show. Or an animated show. Going off a total tangent here, but I have a headache. I could do whatever I want. Excuses. So basically, in the modern world, they find, I forget what it is, like they find some frozen Frenchman from the past over there in Yukon. Do you know where the Yukon is, folks? In Canada? Do you know what this is? Like a remote place. This is like, I guess, let's say, okay, fine. People live, like there's some semblance of residence, as you can see here. But it's mostly frozen. It's mostly frozen and far off. There it is next to Alaska. The Yukon, okay? Like, nobody lives there. and they made this cartoon. I saw this growing up in Canada. I don't know why you guys know this.
There once was a Frenchman, Yvonne was his name. Exploring new worlds, he dreamed was his fame. But reading a map was not.
I never understood why. I thought these were dresses. When I was a kid, I thought these people were in dresses.
Yvonne was his name. Exploring
This is so classic.
he dreamed was his fame. But reading a map was not his forte. So poor Yvonne was soon cast away. Yvonne, of the Yukon, sailing the storm.
They always showed his butt. I thought it was so wrong.
He soon found himself in a bit of a pickle.
The frigid North Seas proved more than fickle.
Yvonne's navigation would soon cost a price.
And he was vulgar. He was so vulgar, and he showed his butt all the time. And now I'm thinking it's like maybe they're saying he's French or something. I don't know what they're trying to say.
And turned into ice.
Yvonne of the Yukon, hapless volunteer. Yvonne of the Yukon,
That's so classic.
300 years passed, and with some irony,
his pupils thought out by what's
And everybody who lives in the Yukon is like this. They're like native-ish or mixed, kind of brown-ish, kind of like a native Indian type person that lives in these frozen areas.
Pupils thought out by what's need to be.
Yvonne claimed the land for his country's glory, and that's the start of Yvonne's story. Yvonne of the Yukon.
He's like an explorer. He conquered it. Okay, that's right.
Defrosted for you and for me.
Classic stuff, folks. Wow. I didn't think it was like vulgar. The butts weren't vulgar. As a kid, it wasn't even like, it was just gross. It was like, butts. What? That's his butt. I don't know how to put it. Like butts? That's like butts. You know, I don't know how to put it. Whatever. Let's move on. That's the story of Benjamin Franklin, huh? His underpants are the French flag, exactly. Let's move on. You know,
you guys have toilets down here?
Yeah. I think
Can I use one?
it feels right to actually get into this. This feels right. It feels right to get into this now. Here's a couple of links I had for you. Be grateful you're in America.
So you don't have toilets in your home? You guys have toilets down here?
Yeah.
Can I use one?
You want to use the
Yeah,
toilet?
just quickly. So you don't have toilets in your home?
No, we don't have. We just
It's just
pay.
like, you have to pay.
Yeah.
How much is it?
10 shillings, you know?
10 shillings.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. It's
Shillings.
All of
stinky
us
down
back
here.
to end up to this end, the toilet, you know?
Yeah. How did you decide to build a toilet?
I was forced by circumstances of the area.
Before he does that,
What are those circumstances? He was forced to. But he looks like a business owner, you know? He's like, what made you build a toilet? Well, the circumstances of the area. I mean, that's a fascinating comment. But, you know, when you come in here, you get the vibe of, you know, some people in Kenya, they're doing well, some aren't. He's a business owner. He's doing a little better than most. You kind of want to be the toilet guy. Is the vibe I was getting?
all of us back to end up to this end.
It's like, hey, I'm an
toilet, you know?
enterprising person.
How did you decide to build a toilet?
I was forced by circumstances of the area.
The circumstances.
Before he does that, we were using what we call flying toilets, you know?
A flying toilet?
You know?
What is that?
Somebody could give us extractor to the paper.
Excrete. What did he just say there?
Polythene paper. And then you can rotate it and then cha.
Really?
Really? Yeah, it was.
And you just...
He's horrified. This guy's horrified. He's not laughing like him.
Don't know
what happens if it lands on a kid?
Don't mind about that.
That's a forced
Can
laugh.
I use it?
Yeah.
They are the same one.
And you know, I'll let you play a little bit.
Can you get that one?
All right.
Yeah.
This is the toilet inside of
He's
Kibera,
he's
everybody.
horrified.
So you pay 10 shillings to use this. Imagine in the middle of the night you're busting, or imagine you have deli belly and you need to go to the toilet. You got to come down, walk 200 meters where you're clenching your butt cheeks.
What's deli
if you
belly?
are doing a number 2 and you're pooping in there, this is the water that you use the bucket
Water.
to kind of like wash.
Oh crap! What time is it? Oh, phew. Sorry, I'm tripping.
Yourself.
I have an appearance later. Not me.
Off. That's the toilet experience.
Okay.
You want to wash hands?
Very good. Yeah, where do I wash here?
Yeah.
Nice. You guys have
He's
toilets
horrified.
down here?
You know, and it's funny because like a part of me, this video like is for me. I save it and watched it multiple times because I don't know. It's like more like it's more of like being fascinated by the like sonic quality of these people's voices and how they speak. The excrete, you know, you rotate,
and you just throw.
you rotate, which means he's talking about spinning a bag of your excrement and just throwing it away, right? And just the way he speaks on such a story and his buddy here, for me, right? Like I don't know if it's autism or something. Just like it's fascinating for me, right? Like, but Nick, they're tossing poop. Like, I'm not trying to make a big deal of that, but hey, I guess they do that over there. It sucks.
You don't know what?
What happens if it lands on a...
Ah, wait.
Polythene paper. And then you can rotate it and...
Rotate it and sha.
Paper.
What is that?
Somebody...
But I was putting this together with this other thing I had. You may have seen this guy going viral. And I was thinking to myself, well, I'll just tell you what he did. He went to India to film this festival, some sort of, they're calling a poop festival. I'm sure it has some better name, meaning, and all such things. But this one's going viral, okay? Gorehaba. And I believe it's cow dung. It's a Diwali thing. I know they lit the Diwali candle in the White House. But you got to understand, I don't know if they do this everywhere in India. There might be like some village. I've seen some Indians, in fact, online saying it's over for us. Our PR. I don't even want to go online anymore. I don't even want to go on the internet, they were saying. India's PR is in the dumps, so to speak. Not trying to be, no pun intended. And they're saying, no, this is just a village. This is just a village in India. But they got this poop festival, right? Gorehaba. If you're easily grossed out and all that, please be aware that this we're watching. Don't show it, Nick. Look away. You do this every day, right? You're regular? Are you regular, chat? This guy's in 80% hazmat. This guy's in sort of PPE. He could have done a little bit better on his PPE, but it's okay. PPE. PPE.
They're sparing me. They're pessimists. Oh, so much shit. So much shit. We keep pushing.
Mud pies. It's just a ball. You gotta have the crown. That guy just got, look, feast your eyes on this one. This guy might even be open mouthed looking away. Body apke beta. And then this happens. Wow. That's just mud, right? Cloud Bob says this is in Canada.
My goodness.
You thought this was this is in Canada. No. Let me not put out misinformation. Keep moving. Somebody get him. Somebody get the newbie. Somebody inculcate the newbie into the festival. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Bow. It didn't quite splash. He's like, I'm out of here. Nope. Hell yeah.
I gotta get out of here.
So he's going viral for this. And I'm playing this clip a bit too because it's, for me, it's simple. Like, I don't have there's a point, sure. And it's simply, you don't really know how the world is. And you should be happy, quite lucky to be different in certain respects. And that's really it. Like, oh my gosh, look at how nasty India is. Like, it's called having like places. I don't know how widespread this is, honestly. I'm hearing it's not. I'm hearing it's like the villages and all that. They got, you know how many people are in India? It's a matter of like, what's the word? What am I trying to say? Just simply, country people do strange things, kind of thing, and then you got a lot of people in a like less advanced society. I want to say advanced, but I feel ignorant saying that. Like we're like scientists, and they're not, I guess. I see this world changing and becoming quite competitive, and not so. Sure, they're throwing poop, and we don't. But what's the next 100 years look like? What's the next 100 years look like? Continuing competitive. What I mean by competitive, as in like America is not dominating everything, right? They dominated a hemisphere, folks. I mean, we still do, I guess, but we need our friends. We need our friends to be on our. We can't do it on our lonesome. I'm gathering. And we'll get to the racism thing in a moment. But so, like, yeah, I have no point about Indians. I have no point about, right? Like, sure, maybe there's things you could say about their culture, sure, but I don't have them here. Look, he went to some village to throw him poop. It's like, and I guess fine, the point could be made, not all cultures are equal, etc. And that's really what I was thinking of, like, sure, they could do that there. I can stay out of it and not make a commentary on Indians. I don't have one. But does that mean they're just exactly the same? You could bring them here? No. I'll tell you that much. But what was I thinking of? They're getting mad at him for that it's racist. That was one thing. He's apologizing, saying it's not racist to do this. He was branded racist, New York Post says. Here it is. Branded racist, dragged through the muck after filming Indians' village messy poop throwing fight. And they're saying, right, he just went to film it. Oh man, I forget what I had to say about it. I forgot. Whatever, look. There's something about this guy. I can't remember, but I got somebody from North Carolina on the line. I appreciate you holding. How you doing? What's your name and where you calling from?
I'm Victor from North Carolina. I used to be from California, but I moved out here. It's amazing.
Right on, Victor. Appreciate your call.
Hey, so the reason I'm calling is I was watching Snakes on a Plane, and because you're the anchor baby with a airplane show,
yes,
could you land that plane like a big 747? Could you land that in real life, you think?
You think a real 747?
Yeah.
No.
No? You have no clue how to land it?
That's not true. I have some clue. Now, let's say we were in an A320 Neo. Still a nice big plane. And let's just say it was like a movie moment. Someone comes out, is there a pilot on the plane? I'd say no, but I gotta say, I'm quite familiar with every darn button in there. Or, I mean, somewhat familiar. And, I mean, I know the ILS landing procedure. I mean, let me Google it. Let me familiarize myself a bit again. I'll tell you that much.
Hey, so if that festival is real, right, with that throwing of poo, that is disgusting. I worked in sewage for many, many years, right, where you're climbing under people's houses, and you know, if you have a sewer problem, throw some kitty litter over it, and it will help take up the smell and noise. But I've been crawling under houses in raw sewage because I had to, right? It's my job. It is disgusting, and if that's real, right, it is terrible. It's terrible.
That's terrible.
I don't even know if that's real, man.
Oh, you think it's
Just
like what,
terrible.
AI? No, I think
I don't know what that is.
It's a cow dung throwing festival, is from what I gather. But yeah, you know, that's a dirty job you did.
Oh yeah, man. It's
And you did it for, you said you did it for a while?
Hung out with me. Yeah, I've done it for years.
And
It's,
and still there's no lessening of it for you. It's not like, okay, it's not as bad. No, it's disgusting. Even now, years
No.
later, you're like, no, it's disgusting.
well, what it is on hotter days, it gets really, you call it ripe, right? On hot days, the sewage gets real ripe, and like flies and bugs start coming everywhere, and it smells twice as bad. In colder days, it's not as bad. It's just kind of stinky water.
Right.
But it all depends on sewage, man.
That's
It all
terrible.
depends, because sometimes you'll have to do is, for sewage repair, what I've done for years, you'll have to dig up where the pipe broke, and where the pipe is broken, no sewage has gotten past for X amount of time. So you'll have to pop a hole in it and let all the sewage come up, right? You'll see videos on it on the internet when you'll see like a brown pipe and someone will use a bar or a digging pick and break it and all the sewage will come up. That smells rank. That's pretty bad. It gets better if it's not as much time has lapsed from the problem being fixed. But if it's been there a while, it gets nasty. And I learned that in Richmond, California, how nasty it gets. Anyways,
Is
man.
people's sewage worse than cows? Not me trying to defend Gorehaba, the festival of dung.
Well, I don't know. I've never played in a bunch of cow patties before, but probably pretty gross.
Fair enough.
Anyways, man, keep up all
Sir,
your good work, bro.
always a
I
pleasure.
called you a year ago. So a year ago, just about right about now, I came out as a volunteer from Hurricane Helene out in North Carolina, and we talked, and I
remember
to
that.
Be a volunteer
It's coming
was
back to me.
Yeah, so this is a full-on year ago, right? Even if you don't remember, I spoke with you back then, and I'm giving you an update, right? So I put in several months of volunteer work in a town called Swannanoa, and Swannanoa got devastated. They're still rebuilding. They still have cars flipped over, buildings destroyed today. It's been a year. But the people are recovering, and being a volunteer and taking a moment away from my life, right? Having the idea I need to make money, I need to, be on that hustle bustle every day, right? Because as a single man, no kids, no major responsibilities, coming out of California, out of, the 3 hours of traffic every day, it was the smartest move I've ever done. One of them, right? That and getting sober, but that's a different story. Anyways, man,
on.
I'm doing great out here, and yeah,
I'm glad to hear it, man.
Just moving across country.
Doing
Yeah,
something
moving across
different, new
country.
people, different things. I mean, it can bring you into you never know what's next. So I'm glad to hear it.
Oh yeah,
Victor.
I'm glad you. I don't know what happened. I don't even know. So in the months of volunteering and just the other work, people disappeared kind of on the JLP show, and you really stepped up. So good for you.
Yeah, man, we're here rocking and rolling as we do. James Hay,
Hey, whatever
Derek, they're
happened to
all
Joe
working
Well?
hard. I don't know, man. He's gone.
What happened to Joel? He just left?
He's gone. He's
gone?
doing well, though. I hear
He
doing
gone.
well, doing his thing. Basically.
All right. Well, because I always had a question about, like, whatever happened to that guy? And then you got, who's
mean,
that white guy? I think his name.
We've
Who's that
answered
white
it
guy
over
that
time.
hunts?
I understand people just care, like they were just fans and all that. So I know it's not like, what's the word?
Oh, well, he's a
Like
dancer.
adversarial.
You
You were
know,
just,
Jesus.
it's people just asking, but I don't have that info for you. He's
Yeah,
gone.
you know, it's no big deal. Hopefully, as long as he
Yeah.
didn't die or something, like, hey, who knows?
No.
It's, you know, hope the best for him. And then, whatever happened to Hassan too? He just kind of went and did his own thing.
That too. Now Hassan, he's around. No, Hassan, he's around.
Oh,
he
is
came
he?
to church. He came to
Oh,
church
okay.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
black guys can't get along with black guys, so you know, you have Joel and Jesse, and it's eventually they're gonna fight.
Well, I
That's
hear
a
they're all
joke.
doing well.
That's
And
a
Hassan,
joke,
I
man.
saw him. I know. And Hassan, he's well. He came to church, and I don't know if you saw Ye coming to church. Hassan was there, but he's been
No.
here. He's been here far after that too. But anyways, sir,
Okay. No, yeah, man. Good deal, man. I hope all is well.
of course, call me again.
All right, man. Bye bye.
Nice. 844-900-2229. That guy has a dirty job. That guy had a dirty job, but someone had to do it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Right? That guy should have been on dirty jobs. Working with sewage. I thank you, Rumble. Thank you, everybody. Let's see here. I got a little bit more time with you. I might have to go in a bit, folks. My apologies. Some things I have to get dealt with. But let me see here, because you guys sending in super chats, man. Thank you, Karmic Binding. It says toxic aunties of the authority. Running the homes, Karmic. And Birdie Bound Brian, did we get to this one on Friday, man? Anyone with emotions is a murderer. I think we did. Jermaine, thanks for your support. Buymeacoffee.com/anchorbaby. And thank you, Punchy.tv. That got the Norwood fixed. By the way, big news. Big news. Huge news. Sorry, ladies. This is going to tip the gender war scales. This is going to tip the gender war. What is going to do to the war between the fight, the game between men and women? Who will win? Well, the men just got reinforcements. They just got the super soldier serum. Folks, baldness is over. They just created the super soldier serum. Ladies. And in the war, the game, these are all words we should be against. What war? What game? But no, wait, let me do this. Yeah. Baldness is over. Scientists have created a serum that restores hair in just 20 days. Researchers in Taiwan tested a new formula on mice, and within 3 weeks, completely bald animals started growing fur again. Everybody with hair plugs punch in the air right now. You just had to go in for the long haul. The secret lies in natural fatty acids that stimulate hair follicles without irritating the skin. Scientists say the serum is safe and are preparing for human trials. Looks like Turkey might soon see fewer bald tourists. If you know, you know about the hair game, Norwood, and Turkey. Everybody knows that's where you go to get those hair transplants, and that's what it sounds like. You're taking follicles, healthy follicles out of a healthy human head, and punching holes in your head, and then placing those healthy follicles to then grow healthy hair. It was not yours, though. It was someone else's hair. Now you'll be able to grow your own. Canceling my plane ticket to Turkey in the chat. Ladies, they created the super soldier serum. We're going to be like this in our old age. You seeing it? If a man has long hair, he is going against nature. They're making the super soldier serum. Look. The simp stock is going down. Chat stock going up. No, I'm messing around. It's just more ego, and I bring this up it makes me think of a couple of topics that have been going viral as of late concerning sex in the marital home, the so-called duty, should it be a duty or not, of the woman having sex with the husband. The so-called viral research that went around, I can't even confirm it. The viral research saying most marriages, difficulties arising far before cheating. When the man cheats, it's the woman, like withholding sex. I don't know where they got that research, but whatever. It's just going viral. These topics going viral about the men and women. Like, I don't know if you've seen them. Kind of went into it just a little bit. What else? What else was it? It was. Oh, yeah, the other viral research that most women, like something like 70% of women, 70% of women say it's fine, believe it's morally wrong for married men to have an affair, but only like half the women believe it's wrong for the women to do it. The video, how to make sure he won't cheat, right? And then
want to prevent your boy
prevent him from cheating. The male sex drive. The woman that went viral hates simps with a passion, but their attention hits like dopamine. It's so flattering. It's so hard to be a female with our female sexuality, and the men, it's so hard to be a man with our male sexuality. We just want to have sex. And why do Christian women want to use it on the men? It's like they really want to withhold it. What's the real story? Where's the truth here through it all? All these viral topics about men and women. I was thinking to myself, one thing, it was the funny thing about in this fight, I'm showing you, I'm kind of flashing a number of these topics that we kind of went through some of them. You see this fight in this game, in this fight, who's going to win? Oh, the men are growing hair, ladies. But I was really thinking, all these topics, folks, have you noticed yet? Have you paid attention yet? All this dating advice, all this marriage advice, all of this advice, all of it is about self. All of it. It's about self. How can the men get sex or be happy? How can the women be happy or have sex or not have sex or whatever? It's about self. It's all about self. This whole thing. Where's the love? Where's two people that so-called love each other? It's like, okay, let me understand you, you understand me, and we're here attempting to do. Some want to attempt to marry like a more traditional way, right? Have a plan for it somewhere, whatever. No plan. It's just, and I'm not saying some of this advice may be even true, or some of this conversation may be true or not true. Yeah, ladies, you won't cheat if you do this, or yeah, man, or like I'll say that maybe some of this has some place or truth to it, or factual basis or practical basis. But have you noticed all these conversations are about self? what I can get. It's all about self.
Boyfriend or husband from cheating on you?
Men cheat regardless of their relationship satisfaction because they're looking for his variety. Like, see, all these conversations, it's about self. How can I not be hurt? How can I hurt them because I was hurt? How can I get sex or avoid sex or get what I want? It's all self. It's all self. There's no love. So I'm kind of trying to take attempting to take like an outsider view of it there, without saying that they're all wrong or right, without even saying any of that. What the heck is that? If I may. Jeez. Amazing. What? Folks. Hold on for me. Burning up over here. Let me know if you hear this fan. What are y'all saying? What are y'all saying in the chat? What's up, alias name? Nice to see you in the chat. Incredible. Help your own mother. Why won't you help your own mother? My mom is disabled, 78 years old. She died without food benefits. Food shelter is so high in Salt. I guess Salt Lake City, maybe. She makes everything from scratch and still runs out of funds. Many do abuse it, though. Many people can't do without. Is that true? Laser Monkey 420 is responding to Matt Walsh here. EBT should be abolished outright. 95% of the people on the program could easily feed themselves. They just don't feel like making the effort. The other 5% can rely on charities, soup kitchens, food drives. The program is a disaster. Get rid of it. It's like there's the thing about these programs too. Because I can admit I don't have all the percentages, and I know exactly the percentage of people. I mean, I guess I'll take Matt Walsh's word for it. This guy says no. But the thing is these programs, the government, etc., all the people pushing it, etc., literally none of them even want to, even with this modern technologies of AI and all that, none of them have ever even put forth like a plan to, we're going to make sure 100%. You're telling me now we can't? You can find anybody you want. You can find any comment online that was negative, Nazi, and get them and review, right? That you want. AI is incredible. You guys putting all this money into it. You guys can't figure out, even to some degree of accuracy, that who should be and should not be on these programs, who's truly hungry or not. And here's the thing. I was even questioning that the other day concerning all these videos of people coming out saying, you, the taxpayer, has to pay for my children. You're supposed to feed my children. It's like, you know what? Where's there even a single person saying like, well, thanks, I actually really need this. I'm poor. Look, filming myself. I'm really not gonna make it. Here's the proof. Where's the single one like that? There's like not a single one. They're all saying, if you're not paying me, I'm walking out that Walmart with the food. You better. I'm gonna be feeding those kids. And it made me think. I'm like, if you're a victim, I can't do for myself. Type person. Like if you even think that, then you have to be a person with the wrong spirit. That's in fact playing it up in some way, shape, or form. Your neediness. You have to be. It's a spiritual thing. If you're out there saying, I'm destitute, I need help. Because think about it. Like think about the type of person who really does need help, but they're like, I don't know, disabled in some way or something. But then they're still do their best to feed themselves in a sense. Like, hey, haven't you met people like that? They're like, yeah, I'm disabled, but I still get up here to get my own salt. I still do this crazy thing to get up on my chair and contort my body to get the salt out of the top rung, because I got to do it. I'm kind of making up a scenario, but haven't you met people like that? Those people would still get help, right? But they're not disabled in the attitude, so to speak, if I may be brief. Anyways, I mean, look, that's the funny thing about these programs and all that. For those who get mad at the Matt Walshes, the conservatives, like, you guys are so tough. You guys are so mean like that. So tough. Like, you got to work to eat. Jeez. You guys are so tough. Consider for a moment that the world is not, that in practice, it's never even been close to this tough and like hardcore that you got to work to eat. It's not even close to that. There's no, have you noticed that? There's no attention to, all right, fine, conservatives, you have some point here. Here's what we'll do. Let's use AI to really figure out if they can work or not. I think we could do that. I'm fine with abolishing it. I like that too. It's just, remember, because isn't that funny to you guys? Like, there's no attention to that at all. It's just, don't even question it. People are needy. It's like, have you seen these people selling the food stamps? Did you see that one lady saying that they sell the food stamps for like pot money and all that? Have you seen these people? No, stop questioning it. These people are needy. How dare you?
For everybody who out there selling them food stamps, from now on, if you get caught, it's a state jail felony. Say, for instance, you selling your food stamps and you loan somebody else your card, they're going to spend money off of there. It is a state jail felony to sell your food stamps now if they catch you. That's called food stamp fraud. Hey,
nice.
They have locked up a lot of people behind this shit.
40 million people. Remember, 40 million people. They're saying won't be able to feed themselves. What? It's time to learn.
If y'all seen that video when they went to that apartment complex and started locking up everybody for food stamp fraud, if you selling food stamps, if you loaning somebody your food stamp card and they are caught with your card, both of y'all are being charged.
Nice.
That is a charge. I didn't know that. I didn't know
October 8th, 2025. So I guess this is in effect.
that you can go to jail if you say, hey, I want to loan you some of my food stamps. You have to physically go into the store with that person and buy the food your damn self. Or, let's say they get pulled over.
He cussed.
And the cops ask them for their ID and they pull out all their information and they find out, oh, you got somebody else's card on you that don't got your name on it. It's a state jail felony now, y'all. Ain't that fucked up? Hey, y'all.
Wow, bro. So yeah, they're selling them, man.
Stamps.
They're so needy.
Cause y'all know a lot of people be selling their stamps, right? So how they gonna pay their rent? How they gonna pay their light bill? And they can't sell stamps. You know what I'm saying?
So they don't do anything. Oh, it's just the food. It's just the food aid, so they can eat. No, they can't because they're not working. And in fact, they're using the so-called food money to subsidize other stuff. What the? ish sad. That is sad. But anyways, this went viral because they're telling this guy that he should just take care of his mother. My mom is disabled, 78, die without food benefits. She died without food benefits. Food shelter, food is so high in salt. Oh, that's what he was saying. He was saying there's sodium. There's a lot of sodium in this food. Don't you know when they kill you in these shelters. They just feed you the Chef Boyardee. It's all salty. She makes everything from scratch and still runs out of funds. How? Many do abuse. Well, she's 78. Maybe there's no income. But look, they're telling this guy, so feed your mother. Feed your mom. If you care so much, and that's the part where I do agree. If you care so much, it's like such a deep thing to use. Like she would die without help. Then help her. I don't think I'm not saying that that's the right or wrong thing to do. Like you should. I mean, you're supposed to kind of set yourself up, no? You're supposed to kind of save, or I don't know what, to set yourself up for your old age, in a sense, right? So I'm not saying it's right or wrong. You're supposed to take care of your mother, laser. But it's a kind of a good response to him, no? Think about it. He cares about it so much. If he cares about this so much, then feed her. Help her out. Why are you turning to the government and everybody else? And everybody else's stuff and money. It's always somebody else first, no? It's always somebody else's money first. Incredible. Thank you, C-Bill. Appreciate that. Thanks for the support. Super chat action there. I appreciate that. Thanks for tuning in and supporting. Incredible. We got Canada on the air. How you doing? Your name and where you call it from exactly? Oh. Never mind. Not sure what that was. Call me back. But wouldn't you step up to help your own mother? Why would the responsibility to feed your mom fall to the taxpayer before it falls to you? Well, I mean, it should fall to her, right? First, maybe. But yeah, definitely this guy before the taxpayer. Doi, right? Why would it fall to the kid at all? We're not legally obligated to tend to an ailing parent any more than you're obligated to concern yourself with a starving child, says this woman. On what possible political or Christian principle could you base your argument, while also abdicating responsibility for the weakest among us? And if you come up with one, is that what you would model? Is that what you want to model as a civil society? Well, I don't even quite understand her line of questioning here, or what her gripe is. But yeah, I kind of agree. You're not legally obligated. But if she were to turn around and say that's why we need all this welfare and all that, then you're saying, you are in fact saying everybody's legally obligated to tend to these people. Because some vote for it, I guess. Because his mom spent most of her life paying money into that system that you want to refuse her the use of. that's somewhat of a salient argument, right? They say Social Security and all that stuff. But is that exactly what's happening with his mother and food benefits and all that? Was SNAP in the Constitution? You know, it's a matter of it working, no? If the system has to work, first of all, right? And here's the thing: most Americans lately, especially as the generations go on, they don't want to spend taxes, because here's the idea: we spend on these things that we all agree we want to spend on: roads, caring for the elderly, I guess at some point, Social Security, they said, retirement, etc. But a lot more Americans used to agree on that. Increasingly, people are like, I have to pay. You're telling me I have to pay for this bum over here, this immigrant over here, this person over there, blah, blah, blah. It's just not going to work. People are not agreeing. There's no cohesion on that. I think that's a huge thing about it. Well, you don't want to pay for the destitute? You don't want to, what it is people don't agree on who they, because I can imagine a people kind of who agree more maybe wanting to do something like that. You know, we're fine. We do pay for the elderly's buses or something. I don't know. We do. Yeah, we subsidize, the youth subsidize the transportation of the elderly. I don't know. I can see people doing that, but we don't agree here. It's just a big all mishmash of people who all fighting, man. Right, Jermaine? Canada? Just talking ish here, man. I see your call. I appreciate your call.
Oh, hey, Nick. How are you?
Welcome, sir.
Nice. Sorry, I missed your question there.
No, I was saying that I can imagine a society maybe wanting to, let's say they all decided, hey, we're going to subsidize elderly people's busing or something. It's for, I'm playing a little devil's advocate for those who say, well, these programs are important and that's what taxes are for. But here's the funny thing about America. It's a splintered society. No one even agrees on who's the destitute or who they would want to pay those taxes for.
Man, shout out to Get a Job.
He puts out good videos for sure.
No. Well, yeah, but I'm saying they should just get a job, man. 40
I thought you said shout out to Get a Job. My bad.
Well, it's kind of a inside joke because you know the channel, and then I'm saying Get a Job.
I gotcha. Yeah. Double entendre. Shout out to Getting a Job. Shout out to Get a Job.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. I missed most of the show, but I'm kind of in and out listening.
No problem.
Busy today. But I wanted to call you about that kick streamer. Not sure if you saw that. The E-Tot. But I don't know her name, honestly. I just see the big news about it, where she and her boyfriend broke up. And it's on the internet. It's a big scandal thing where she's saying, you know, he was controlling, abusing, and they're like streamers. So, you know, he met her. The way he met her is kind of crazy because he met her and the way he met her was like a TwitchCon or some meetup, but she was getting stalked by her viewers because she dressed like a thought.
Okay.
She used her beauty to get viewers and stuff. She's a good, attractive girl, but then the guy ended up wanting to like protect her and take care of her, so he broke up with his girl. They what do you say? They go to the TwitchCon, they meet up, they have feelings for each other. Well, we know that's not the best feeling to have, but like they kind of fell in love, right? But he couldn't do anything because he was with his girl at the time, and then he broke up with her, and then they get together. His girl moved out, and then to protect her and make sure she is safe, he have her like move in with him, and then, you know, he was saying it was good at first, and then it went downhill after. Because apparently they're saying he crashed out because he wasn't getting enough viewers on his live, because that same day they were streaming together. Normally they stream separately, but that day they were streaming on the same day. and he crashed out because he has less viewers and she had more viewers. So they're kind of using that angle to say the reason why the guy crashed out was over viewers. And there's some truth in there, but the way the relationship started off is kind of crazy because she loved how she controlled him and manipulated him and pandered to her. And now the relationship is sour, and apparently he abused her like physically and mentally. It's a mess, man. I didn't even fully listen to the video because the boat. Huh?
They're doing that whole thing, the abuse. Some.
Oh yeah.
Is the woman like? You're saying the woman's like claiming abuse and all that?
Yeah, and she's crying in stream too, and I'm like, this is a mess. So it's like an hour-long video. They both did. The guy did a video, the response to her, and she did a video first. But she's saying normally she doesn't do these things, but now she's doing it because she doesn't want it to happen to any other woman. You know, that foul play in there. But I listened to some of the guy's side, and he was saying pretty much that, the relationship was toxic from both sides. But most people are just backing the female, which is it's funny. But I have to watch the full video to see what it's all about. I just thought you would have probably seen it or something.
No, I haven't heard of this. You're telling me this is big news?
Oh yeah. It's that
what a
Twitch
dumb
girl
thing
that
to become
violated
viral
our
on the
Twitch
internet, but I guess it's the internet. Psh. No, I had not heard about that. It doesn't seem like something I'd be into.
It's the same. I think it's the same girl that got violated at TwitchCon.
Oh, that Asian girl.
They didn't allow her to bring her. Yes, she didn't allow her to brought her own security, and she got the stalker guy got to her.
Yeah, I thought people overreacting to that was silly. The guy was clearly shouldn't have been there though, and I thought I didn't see it personally. I didn't quite see concerning the world she's in and Twitch and the internet and feminist America, etc. I didn't quite see her necessarily overreact or anything. I thought she handled it fine. But that was that week. I did cover that. I'm not familiar with what you're bringing up, and it sounds silly. It sounds like he said, she said breakup drama. It sounds stupid.
Oh yeah. It's basically that. You get in a relationship. It's pretty nice at first, all those great feelings, and then it just turns sour.
Right, that's for sure. And then suddenly the guy, right? He's like, every woman is always a narcissistic ex-boyfriend, right? Every woman, it's always like, yeah, no, I hate narcissists. He was a narcissist. He wasn't a narcissist when you were with him, right? Now I don't know what they're saying and what you're talking about now, but that is the funny thing about breakups and love. It's always oh no, I hate guys like this and that, but it was the opposite not that long ago, right?
Yeah. She loved it from what I'm hearing. It's just now that, I don't know what really tipped the scales, but yeah. It's a good story. I'm going to have to look into it more when I get some time.
Sure, man.
It's interesting.
Jermaine, man, appreciate your call. I'll see if this comes up on my feed.
All right, Nick. All right, man. Good chatting with you. Enjoy.
All right. Take care. Breakup drama? Who cares? What about the female takeover of that world? Twitch, gaming, all that. And Emery seems fine. Emery, like, specifically, I had nothing to even say about her. But, oh my gosh, what's wrong with the men? Their world is like porn. It's like an adult convention meetup. It's as seedy. It's as seedy and red light districty and I don't know what you'd call those worlds, right? Like gambling and drinking and like sex and like they call that syntax if you're the government, right? It seems to attract. It always attracts people and a certain energy. And, you wouldn't think your average anime convention in TwitchCon would be at the same level of like a porn convention, but it is. Look, you go around and it's all these women in their cosplays, and they're like, "Hi, follow me on Instagram." And then what's in their bio? Their OF, their OnlyFans. It's like, oh, we're at a porn star convention. Oh, okay. And then it's like guys getting stepped on and all that. It wasn't always like that. It was just like anime, and like I guess I was always kind of weird and otaku and underground and misfit, maybe kind of. So maybe it always kind of attracted that kind of stuff. But it's like every guy at these anime conventions is either trans or getting stepped on now. Let's talk about that. Well, we don't have the time. So, folks, chill, an exceedingly chill Monday stream. Okay, I appreciate you being with me. Been through a little bit of this and a little bit of that. The topics, the calls, the super chats, and all that. Appreciate all the support on buymeacoffee.com/anchorbaby, punchy.tv/anchorbaby, YouTube and rumble.com/AmericanAnchorbaby. Thank you. I'll be back, maybe even in the studio. Hopefully. Folks, always a pleasure. Take care. Enjoy your Monday. I'll be back for more American Anchor Baby. Take care.